Good morning, dear friend. Before you check your phone, before you think about your responsibilities, before you worry about yesterday or fear tomorrow, take this moment to thank God, because this simple decision can completely change the direction of your day. There is incredible power in beginning your morning with a grateful heart. Gratitude doesn't just change your mood, it changes your perspective. It reminds you that no matter what happened yesterday, God's mercy is new every morning. No matter what lies ahead today, you are not walking into it alone. Stay with me until the very end of this prayer, because we're going to pray over your mind, your family, your health, your purpose, your finances, and every unseen battle you may face today. And before we're finished, we're going to declare God's promises over your life, so you can step into this day with faith instead of fear, confidence instead of worry, and peace instead of anxiety. Let's begin. Heavenly Father, thank you for the priceless gift of another day. Thank you for waking me this morning with breath in my lungs, strength in my body, and hope in my heart. I recognize that this day is not guaranteed. It is a precious gift from you. Thank you for watching over me throughout the night. Thank you for protecting me while I slept. Thank you for your angels who surrounded me. Thank you for your mercy that never failed me. Before I ask you for anything today, I simply want to say thank you. Thank you for your goodness. Thank you for your faithfulness. Thank you for your endless love. Thank you for never giving up on me. Even when I have been weak, you have remained strong. Even when I have been unfaithful, you have remained faithful. Even when I could not see your hand, you were still working behind the scenes for my good. Today I choose gratitude over complaining. I choose faith over fear. I choose peace over anxiety. I choose hope over discouragement. Lord, I surrender this day completely into your hands. Guide every decision I make. Direct every step I take. Guard every word I speak. Let my thoughts be pleasing to you. Help me to walk in wisdom. Help me to recognize opportunities you place before me. Keep me from distractions that steal my focus. Protect me from temptation. Strengthen me when I feel weak. Encourage me when I become discouraged. Remind me that your grace is always sufficient. Father, I ask you to fill my heart with your perfect peace. Silence every anxious thought. Break every chain of fear. Remove every burden that has been weighing on my heart. Replace worry with trust. Replace confusion with clarity. Replace weakness with strength. Replace sorrow with joy. Help me remember that you are already in every moment of this day. Nothing I face today will surprise you. Nothing is too difficult for you. Nothing is impossible for you. I place my family into your loving hands. Protect each one of them wherever they may be. Cover them with your peace. Strengthen their faith. Keep them safe from danger. Bless our home with unity, love, forgiveness, and understanding. Let kindness fill our conversations. Let patience guide our actions. Let your presence dwell among us. I pray for those who are struggling today. Comfort the brokenhearted. Strengthen those who are weary. Heal those who are sick. Provide for those who are in need. Encourage those who feel alone. Remind every hurting soul that your love never fails. Lord, bless the work of my hands today. Give me favor where I go. Open doors that no one can shut. Close doors that are not your will. Grant me wisdom to make the right decisions. Help me work with excellence and integrity. May everything I do bring honor to you. Protect me from accidents. Protect me from evil. Protect me from harmful words and harmful people. Keep me alert. Keep me humble. Keep me dependent upon you. Teach me to trust you even when I cannot understand what you are doing. Teach me to wait patiently for your perfect timing. Teach me to remember that delays are not denials. Your plans are always better than mine. Your timing is always perfect. Your wisdom is beyond my understanding. Today, I refuse to let circumstances determine my joy. My joy comes from you. My strength comes from you. My hope comes from you. My peace comes from you. I declare that fear will not control me. Discouragement will not defeat me. Doubt will not silence my faith. Because you are with me. You go before me. You walk beside me. You stand behind me. You surround me with your unfailing love. Help me to become a blessing to others today. May my words encourage someone. May my actions reflect your love. May my attitude bring hope. May my life point people toward your goodness. Give me eyes to see people the way you see them. Give me compassion for those who are hurting. Give me patience with those who test me. Give me humility in every success. Give me peace in every challenge. As I move through this day, remind me often to pause and thank you, not only for the blessings I can see, but also for the blessings I cannot yet see. Thank you for the prayers you have already answered. Thank you for the miracles you are preparing. Thank you for the doors you are opening. Thank you for the battles you are fighting on my behalf. Thank you because your promises never fail. I choose to believe that today is filled with divine purpose. I believe you are working all things together for good. I believe you are making a way where there seems to be no way. I believe you are strengthening me for every assignment you have prepared. No matter what happens today, I will praise you. No matter what challenges come, I will trust you. No matter what I feel, I will remember your faithfulness, because you have never failed me, and you never will. Today belongs to you. My life belongs to you. My future belongs to you. I begin this morning with thanksgiving. I continue this day in faith, and I will end this day giving you all the glory. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. When you choose to thank God first every morning, you are doing more than expressing gratitude. You are acknowledging His authority over your life and inviting Him to lead you through every moment of the day. The day ahead may be filled with opportunities you cannot yet see, challenges you cannot yet predict, and conversations you cannot yet imagine. But none of these are unknown to God. Before you take your first step, He has already gone before you. Before you face your first decision, His wisdom is already available. Before you encounter your first obstacle, His power is already sufficient. This truth brings a deep sense of peace because it reminds us that we never walk into the future alone. Life often feels uncertain. Plans change unexpectedly. Doors open and close without warning. We sometimes find ourselves standing at crossroads, unsure of which direction to take. There are moments when we wish we could see what tomorrow holds so we could prepare ourselves. Yet God, in His perfect wisdom, does not ask us to understand the entire journey. He simply asks us to trust Him one step at a time. The God who created time already stands at the end of the path while walking beside us in the present. Nothing surprises Him. Nothing catches Him off guard. Every detail of our lives is fully known to Him, and His loving hand is continually at work for our good. When you begin your morning by thanking God, you are placing your confidence in His guidance rather than your own understanding. You are admitting that your vision is limited, but His wisdom is perfect. Human understanding can only see what is immediately in front of us. But God sees every consequence, every opportunity, every hidden danger, and every blessing that lies ahead. There may be situations today that seem confusing or disappointing at first. But God knows how those very moments can become stepping stones toward His greater purpose. Trusting Him means believing that even when the path is unclear, His direction is always right. God's presence is one of the greatest gifts we can carry into a new day. His presence brings peace in moments of uncertainty. It brings courage when fear tries to take control. It brings strength when our own energy begins to fail. Many people search for security in money, careers, relationships, or personal achievements. But lasting security is found only in the presence of God. Circumstances may change without warning, but His presence remains constant. He does not abandon His children when life becomes difficult. Instead, He walks with them through every valley and every mountaintop, offering comfort, wisdom, and unfailing love. As you thank God each morning, you also acknowledge His protection over your life. Every day contains dangers that we never even become aware of. There are accidents we never experience, wrong decisions we are spared from making, and unseen battles that God quietly fights on our behalf. His protection is often invisible, yet it is no less real. We may never fully understand how many times He has redirected our steps, delayed our plans for our own good, or placed His hand upon situations that could have harmed us. A grateful heart recognizes that many of God's greatest works happen behind the scenes, beyond what our eyes can see. God also goes before us by preparing opportunities that align with His purpose. There are conversations He has already arranged, people He intends for us to encourage, lessons He desires to teach us, and blessings He has prepared in ways we could never orchestrate ourselves. Sometimes we become frustrated because our plans do not unfold as expected, but God's plans are always higher than ours. What appears to be a delay may actually be divine preparation. What seems like a closed door may be God's loving protection from something that would not have been best for us. His timing is never late, and His wisdom is never flawed. Beginning the day with thanksgiving also reminds us that we do not have to carry every burden by ourselves. Many people wake up already weighed down by worry, trying to solve problems before the day has even begun. But God never intended us to carry life's burdens alone. He invites us to place every concern into His hands, trusting that He is both willing and able to sustain us. When we thank Him before the answers arrive, we demonstrate faith that He is already working, even if we cannot yet see the outcome. Gratitude becomes an expression of confidence in His character, rather than confidence in our circumstances. As the day unfolds, there may be unexpected difficulties, moments of disappointment, or seasons of waiting. Yet the believer who begins the morning by thanking God walks forward with a different perspective. Instead of asking, "How will I get through this?" the heart begins to say, "God is already here." Instead of being overwhelmed by uncertainty, faith quietly declares, "The one who goes before me has already made a way." That confidence transforms the atmosphere of the entire day. It replaces anxiety with peace, confusion with trust, and fear with hope. Every morning becomes a fresh reminder that the God who awakened you has not only called you into a new day, but has already gone before you, surrounding your path with His wisdom, His protection, His grace, and His unfailing love. Every morning presents us with a choice. Before the demands of the day begin to fill our minds, before we read the news, check our messages, or think about our responsibilities, we decide what will shape our hearts. Will we allow fear to speak first, or will we allow faith to lead us? This decision may seem small, but it has the power to influence the direction of the entire day. When we begin by thanking God, we are intentionally choosing faith over fear. We are reminding ourselves that our confidence is not found in favorable circumstances, but in the unchanging character of God. No matter what yesterday looked like or what today may bring, God remains faithful, and that truth becomes the anchor for our hearts. Fear has a way of magnifying every problem. It whispers that the challenges ahead are too great, that the future is uncertain, and that we are not strong enough to overcome what lies before us. It causes us to imagine the worst before anything has even happened. It steals peace, drains hope, and keeps us focused on everything that could go wrong. Left unchecked, fear can become a constant companion, influencing our decisions, our relationships, and even our prayers. Instead of expecting God's goodness, we begin expecting disappointment. Instead of looking for His faithfulness, we become consumed by our circumstances. Faith speaks a different language. Faith does not deny that difficulties exist, but it refuses to believe that those difficulties have the final word. It looks beyond the size of the problem and focuses on the greatness of God. Faith remembers every prayer that has been answered, every obstacle that has been overcome, and every moment when God provided strength exactly when it was needed. It reminds us that the God who carried us through yesterday has not changed today. His power has not diminished. His promises have not expired. His love has not grown weaker. Every new morning is another opportunity to trust Him with fresh confidence. Beginning the day with gratitude helps shift our focus from what we lack to what God has already provided. It is easy to become consumed with unanswered prayers, delayed dreams, or difficult situations, but thanksgiving opens our eyes to blessings we often overlook. The gift of life, the ability to breathe, the people who love us, the opportunities before us, and the countless ways God has sustained us are all reminders of His goodness. As gratitude fills our hearts, fear begins to lose its grip. We realize that the same God who has been faithful in the past will continue to be faithful in the future. Faith also changes the way we respond to uncertainty. None of us knows exactly what this day will hold. Unexpected challenges may arise. Plans may change. Conversations may not go as expected. Doors may close that we hoped would open. Yet faith allows us to move forward with confidence, because our security is not based on predictable circumstances. Our security rests in the God who knows every detail of our future. He sees what we cannot see. He understands what we cannot understand. Even when we cannot trace His hand, we can trust His heart. This confidence enables us to walk through uncertain moments without becoming overwhelmed by fear. Choosing faith over fear does not mean we will never experience moments of weakness. There will be times when anxiety tries to return. There will be mornings when burdens feel especially heavy and answers seem far away. Even the strongest believers experience seasons of waiting, disappointment, and unanswered questions. But faith is not the absence of struggle. It is the decision to keep trusting God in the middle of that struggle. It is the quiet confidence that says, I may not understand everything right now, but I know the one who does. That kind of faith brings peace that circumstances cannot take away. As we continue to thank God each morning, our minds begin to change. Instead of immediately dwelling on problems, we begin remembering God's promises. Instead of expecting failure, we begin expecting His guidance. Instead of assuming the worst, we learn to look for evidence of His goodness throughout the day. This transformation does not happen overnight, but through consistent daily gratitude and prayer, our hearts become stronger, our perspective becomes clearer, and our trust grows deeper. We begin to recognize that God's presence is greater than every obstacle we face. Faith also gives us the courage to face challenges with hope rather than hesitation. We stop allowing fear to make our decisions, because we know that God is directing our steps. We become willing to obey His leading, even when the path is unfamiliar. because we trust that His plans are always good. Every act of obedience strengthens our confidence in Him. Every answered prayer reminds us of His faithfulness. Every difficulty overcome becomes another testimony that encourages us to trust Him even more. When you choose to begin each day with thanksgiving, you are making a powerful declaration before anything else has the opportunity to influence your heart. You are saying that God's promises are greater than your fears, His peace is stronger than your anxiety, and His love is more enduring than any uncertainty you may face. You are refusing to allow fear to define your future because you know that your future is securely held in the hands of a faithful God. As faith grows stronger each morning, fear gradually loses its voice, and you begin to walk through life with greater peace, greater confidence, and the quiet assurance that no matter what this day brings, God is with you, God is for you, and God will faithfully carry you through every step ahead. Living a life of daily victory does not mean that every day will be free from challenges, disappointments, or unexpected trials. It does not mean that every prayer will be answered immediately, or that every circumstance will unfold exactly as we hope at. True victory is not measured by the absence of problems, but by the presence of God in the middle of them. It is the confidence that no matter what comes our way, we are not facing it alone. When we begin every morning by thanking God and placing our lives into His hands, we build a foundation that enables us to stand firm through every season. Each new day becomes another opportunity to grow stronger in faith, wiser in our decisions, and more confident in God's unfailing promises. The strength of a believer is developed one day at a time. Just as our physical bodies require daily nourishment, our spirits also need daily renewal. A single prayer cannot sustain us for a lifetime any more than a single meal can sustain the body forever. Every morning is an invitation to return to God's presence to receive fresh strength, fresh wisdom, and fresh encouragement. As we consistently spend time with Him, our relationship with Him deepens. We become more familiar with His voice, more sensitive to His guidance, and more confident in His ability to lead us through every situation we encounter. There is something powerful about beginning the day with God before the distractions of life compete for our attention. The world is filled with voices that demand our focus. News reports, social media, responsibilities, deadlines, and endless concerns all compete for space in our minds. If we allow these voices to shape our hearts first, it becomes easy to feel overwhelmed before the day has even begun. But when we choose to seek God first, His truth becomes louder than every other voice. His peace quiets our anxious thoughts. His wisdom directs our decisions. His presence reminds us that we do not have to carry today's burdens in our own strength. Daily prayer also transforms the way we respond to difficulties. Challenges that once caused panic begin to produce perseverance. Situations that once filled us with fear become opportunities to witness God's faithfulness once again. Instead of reacting with frustration, we learn to respond with patience. Instead of becoming discouraged when obstacles appear, we remember that God often uses those very obstacles to strengthen our character and deepen our trust in Him. Every trial becomes another opportunity to experience His grace, and every victory becomes another reason to give Him praise. As we faithfully begin each morning with gratitude, our minds are gradually renewed. We begin to think differently because God's truth begins to replace the negative thoughts that once controlled us. We become less focused on temporary setbacks and more focused on God's eternal purposes. Instead of allowing failures to define us, We remember that His mercy is new every morning. Instead of dwelling on regrets from yesterday, we embrace the fresh opportunities He has placed before us today. This renewed perspective fills our hearts with hope, because we understand that every new day is another gift from God and another chance to walk in obedience to His wills. A life of daily victory is also reflected in the way we treat others. The more time we spend in God's presence, the more His character begins to shape our own. We become quicker to forgive, slower to become angry, and more willing to extend kindness even when it is difficult. Love begins to replace bitterness. Patience overcomes frustration. Compassion takes the place of judgment. These changes may seem small at first, but over time they become powerful evidence of God's transforming work within us. People around us begin to notice a peace that cannot be explained by circumstances and a joy that remains steady even during difficult seasons. Daily victory is not about achieving personal success according to the world's standards. It is about faithfully walking with God, trusting Him in every circumstance, and allowing Him to shape our lives day by day. Some days will include visible blessings and answered prayers. Other days may include waiting, uncertainty, or unexpected challenges. Yet both kinds of days can be victorious because God's presence remains constant. Victory is found in obedience, in perseverance, in gratitude, and in unwavering trust that God is working all things together for His good purposes. Over time, these daily moments with God begin to produce lasting spiritual growth. The prayers that once felt difficult become natural conversations with a loving Father. Gratitude becomes our first response instead of our last resort. Faith becomes stronger than fear because it has been strengthened through countless experiences of God's faithfulness. Peace becomes more consistent because it is rooted in His promises rather than in changing circumstances. Even when storms arise, our hearts remain anchored because we know the one who holds our future securely in His hands. One of the greatest blessings of living this way is that each morning becomes a fresh reminder that God is still at work. Yesterday's failures do not define today's possibilities. Yesterday's victories do not eliminate today's need for dependence upon Him. Every sunrise is a new invitation to trust Him, to thank Him, and to walk closely with Him once again. As this becomes the rhythm of your life, you begin to discover that true victory is not found in a single extraordinary moment, but in the quiet, faithful decision to seek God first every single day. Through that daily commitment, your spirit is strengthened, your mind is renewed, your heart is filled with peace, and your life becomes a testimony that the God who begins each morning with you will faithfully lead you through every moment until the day is done.